Hey there, real quick before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Klopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin. I'm terrified. We're in the new studio, and I've got a feeling that nothing's going to work right. But, you know, whatever. It's all new equipment. It's probably going to work perfect. This is the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what? I am super excited because I have finally had my driver's license for a year, and I've done all of my extra driving hours and stuff, so I can officially drive anybody, which is really
But what does
exciting.
your mom say?
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm allowed
okay,
to
that's
drive
the
my
thing.
friends now, which
Okay.
is very
All right.
exciting for me.
Okay, but you have more privileges now than before.
Yes,
All
exactly.
right. Fantastic. Well, cool. Way to go. You're so old. We're going to jump into Yankee Doodle before things fall apart here in the new studio, and we're going to learn some lessons today and be even better for it next week. But yeah, we're going to start out here with a C. So in order to find a C, all you're going to do is take any group of 2 black notes, like those ones right there, and just take the one on the left side, so on this side, and drag it down just a little bit, and you'll land on a C every single time. So that's a C right there. Also, if you took like that group of 2 right there, you can take that group of 2 and drag the bottom note down, or even that group of 2. As long as you're not using a group of 3, then you're going to end up with a C. So if you use a group of 3, use the bottom note, you land on a note called F, which will be important later. But for right now, we want to go back to that C. So find a group of 2, and then use that lower one and drag it down, and you land on a C. And we're going to play that twice, and we're going to say out loud the words Yankee. So right there, Yankee. So Yankee. Go ahead and try that on your own. Yankee. And then we're going to go up 1 note, and we land on a D. And we're going to say out loud, do. So Yankee, do. And then up 1 note from there should be dull. So all three of those notes, we're going to play the first one twice, and we'd say out loud, Yankee, doodle. Cool. So if you got that, then we just got to go back to the C again. And then we're actually playing the next note. Went, and if we go right back to that E that we were just on, that would be the word to. So that might take some practice right there, because we were kind of like going up and down notes like in order, and then we're starting to jump around a little bit now. So we would have Yankee, doodle, and then jump down to the C, and that's went, and then jump back up to the E, and that's to, and then if you go down 1 note, that's town. So again, all together, that would be Yankee, doodle, went to town. Cool. And if we try that with the track, it would sound something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Yankee Doodle went to town. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of fast. So you'll want to practice that without the track first before you try to throw the track back in. But then if you just pretend like you're playing the beginning part, Yankee Doodle went. That's the whole entire next section, which is great because that's riding on a Poe right there. So riding on a Poe is the same thing as Yankee Doodle went. So you're probably not there yet. You'll still need to practice it in order to get up that far. But once you get that down and you have Yankee Doodle went, then you also have riding on a Poe. And that one's a C, which means if you go down 1 note to the left, you land on a B, which is the word knee, or the last part of the word pony. So all of that together, along with the track, you don't have to play this right now. Just get all the notes that you can. Don't worry about the rest of them. And I'm going to show you how to come back and play this with me again. So this is not for you and me. This is for me and future you. Come back and try this with me. But get all the notes you can for right now. 1, a 2, and a 1, 2. Ready, go. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Now, we're going to do that again, except this time, instead of going up to the E and skipping down, we're going to keep on going. So we're going to play Stuck a Feather, which is just like that part that we know so well. Stuck a feather. But instead of jumping down to a C, we're going to keep on going up to the next note, that F that I said that was going to be important later on. So we're going to go stuck. Yes.
Hi. Sorry, I just realized I was blocking the notes. But I have someone in the chat who says that it starts with the same notes as You Are My Sunshine.
You are my sun, Yankee Doodle. Whoa. It's like Yankee Doodle and the love song were the same, which is kind of weird because at the end, the last line is, with the girls be handy. So it makes you wonder what's going on there. Or doesn't. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, that is the same though. So stuck a feather in. We're supposed to go all the way up to an F. Stuck a feather in. So all the way up to that F, and then just walk it straight back down from the F. Back down, back down, back down, back down, back down, back down. So all the way down to this note right here, except I lied. Right here, I played an A and there is no A. So you're going to skip over one note right there. When we get to called, you're going to skip from called down to it. So we'd go all the way from stuck, a feather in his hat and called. Now it's time to skip from called to it. And then you get to walk it straight up to macaroni and roni are both C's. We got 2 C's at the end, just like we have 2 C's at the beginning. Now, this is an entire song just like that. That's the whole song. Let's play it with the track. Go ahead and play whatever notes you have of this, even if it's only the first note or the first 2 notes. Play all of that you have along with me, and then we'll talk about something else here real quick before we move on to level 2. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, ready, go. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. So that's all the notes that you would need to know in order to play the whole song, except some of you would be like, wait a second, that's not the whole song. I had a feeling that this is about the point that Clapple was going to get bored and be like, move on! But I do want to show you that I did give you the other notes. So for those of you who are like, wait a second, that's not the whole song. There's that whole Yankee Doodle Keep It Up part. I've given you those notes as well. But for almost everybody, you should just practice the part that we just did. But if you're one of those people, let me show you this next part right here. I'll play through it once for you. And then, like I said before, this is not for you right now. Probably you already have enough to work on right now. But this is for future you to come back in the archives and then watch this and practice along with me. We're going to start on an A right here. And there's a lot of A and B and G going on in this section. So it's going to start on an A, and we'd go up to a B, and down to an A, and down to a G. Make sure you go down to a G on that one. A lot of people are going to want to go from an A all the way up to G, especially if you already know the letters on the piano. Then you'll be tempted to go from an A to a G. That's going to sound terrible. So make sure you go A, down to G. You follow the lines just like they're written. So that's Yankee Doodle, and then keep it up is an A, B, C. And then you're going to do kind of the same thing, except you're going to start on a G. So it's like you're trying to play the same thing, but you accidentally messed up and started too low. So it'd be G, A, G, F, E, and that's the lowest note of the whole song. It's pretty low. So Yankee Doodle Dan. D is that thing right there. You'll probably want to just pause the video right there and practice that section. Yankee Doodle Dan D. Now that first part that we did right here, Yankee Doodle Keep It Up, we're gonna play the exact same notes, but we just changed the words here to mind the music and the step. There you go. So we got all of those. And then we do have, and with the girls be handy. I don't know, whatevs. So we got an A and then G, C, B, D, C, C. And then I guess if you wanted to, you could follow this song up with You Are My Sunshine, if you've been working on that one for the last couple weeks. But that's all of the notes. So again, future you and me are going to play this whole thing from the very beginning to the end. But present you should just play all the notes that you can and not worry about the rest. Let's try the whole entire thing. Sorry for taking so long, Clapple. Here we go. And a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, go. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee, keep it up. Yankee Doodle mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Tons of notes. Just please practice that first part, because that's the only part that most people care about. And Kendra, tell us what our weekly activity is.
This week is the treble clef dice, and you just cut out the dice and tape them together so you can test yourself on the treble clef. And tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from Clapple, our favorite mascot.
Yeah, and that's a great one for like if you're trying to get into level 2. That treble clef is going to be really, really important. So playing it with the dice is going to help out with that. It's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week it's from Erica S. who says, Dear Jamin, what is the next Music Lessons in a Box song? And even though we're still a few weeks away from it, we're still going to do another patriotic song because it's the month of July. So we're just going to go with the 4th of July theme. It's going to be America the Beautiful. So I don't think this is one that we've ever done before, but some of you have requested the notes privately, and enough of you guys want to do the song that we figured this would be a great month to do that. So, a couple little things I want to talk to you about in this song before we go on to level 2, but it's kind of a secret.
Secret information.
And this week, in our secret information box, in our top secret folder, we have, let's see. Oh, right. Okay. So we do need to pay attention to this last line. Just most people don't have to pay attention to this. Just the people who want the secret information. This last thing that we do with the girls be handy, that thing right there is actually a great substitute for this other thing that we do all the time when we do that walk-up thing. So if you've noticed before that a lot of songs have that walk-up, then you'll also start to notice that a lot of songs also have this thing. And that uses something called an enclosure. Again, not information that most people need, but that enclosure at the end is a great substitute for any song that has. So if you have a song and you have that little walk-up at the end, you're like, hey, this is that walk-up thing, then you can also throw in this thing, the With the Girls Be Handy section, and it'll sound really super cool as well. One more thing out of our secret information folder. Oh, this is actually kind of like two things in one. Okay, so a couple times at the beginning of the lesson, I'll play for you like a really cool version of the song, or sometimes at the end of the lesson, if I'm messing up, then I'll just like make up my own version. And one way that you can make up your own version is by just throwing in a whole bunch of extra G's, usually with your left hand. So like, if I was gonna like make up my own cool version of this, I'd probably throw in a lot of these G's right here, way down low. And so if I just like play the regular version, but throw in G's. Check this out. So it'd be like, exact same thing in my right hand. I just threw in a bunch of extra G's in the middle. And in case when we were going through this song, you were like, wait a second, it's not town. He didn't go to town. He went to London. That London thing is a G. So Yankee Doodle went to London. So that G right there is not only London, but it's also just a great note to throw in case you're wanting to make up your own super cool version. Throw in a whole bunch of extra G's. It'll usually sound pretty jazzy. Well, that's all the secret information I have. All I have left to tell you is who won the raffle. Let's find out. Congratulations, let us know what prize it is that you want. Let's go to level 2.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version. or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.